Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? When the party was nice, the party was jumping. Hey, yippee-yi-yo, and everybody's having a ball. Yippee-yi-yo, I tell the fellas stop the name calling. Yippee-yi-yo, and the girls report to the call.
This is Sophie. She's a 5-month-old Springer Spaniel. She's being trained as a flushing dog. And I start with a placement board since dogs are place oriented. So this is like her place that she'll learn the majority of her commands. To begin with, I have her to simply learn to get on the placement board. I always start with the behavior first, and then I add the commands once getting the behaviors. And then I use clicker training, which is to communicate to her that she's performed the correct behavior. And so this is rewarding her on several different levels. One is letting her communicate in the click that she's done the correct behavior. Reward behaviorally, it tastes good to her. Thirdly, it's releasing serotonin in her brain, which gives her a euphoric feeling. So she's being reinforced on several different levels. So begin with just having her to get on the placement board and reward her. And while this seems simple to begin with, it's really teaching her how to learn. She does a behavior, she gets a reward, and then this will be carried over into other more advanced stages of training with her being a flushing dog. So this is the one also developing a relationship between me and the dog, and her getting a reward. She feels good about it. So when I click her, you see that she is anticipating that she'll get a reward. Same thing like if you go to work, you work 40 hours, you expect to get a paycheck at the end of it. Same principle. So I'm just going to do several little commands here that I usually start with. Sophie, here. Sit. Board. What I do, as soon as she completes the behavior that I want, I click her at the exact moment, and that way I'm reinforcing that behavior, such as there's several things involved here. One is I gave her a command to get on the board, she got on the board, and once she sat, which is a primary command for her, then she clicks as soon as her bottom goes down and touches the board, which lets her know that's where I want her to be on the board. Sophie, board. And I gave her a hand signal to go along with it. Here. Good girl. So through classical conditioning, associated the movement of the hand toward the board, and she had already learned to get on the board with the command board and then the hand signal, and she immediately done it. So now I'm going to do a hold and release, back chaining reinforcement, which is the last part of the retrieve, or holding until we deliver the hand. So start with hold, release. And as soon as she releases a hand, I click her and treat her. So she did several things. One, asked her to hold it. She held it until I told her to release. She released it, clicked it, which means that was the end of the commands. And that's what I was looking for. Hold, release. Good girl. Good girl, Sophie. I'm going to ask her to retrieve. Sophie, ball, catch. Release. And you can see how the back chain reward system worked, that she came here and held it until she put it in my hand, which was what I was looking for. To begin with, when we first started, basically she would get the ball, bring it back, and she wouldn't play baseball. She'd throw it out. But through asking her to hold and release, now I taught her to, that's right, to hold it and release it. Ball, fetch. Release. Good girl. Good girl. What a good girl. That's a good girl. So, using principles from learning theory here, using positive reinforcement. Scheduled reinforcement is she's on a continuous reinforcement schedule, meaning that she gets a reward for every single time. Once she's doing this 10 out of 10 times, I go to a variable scheduled reinforcement, which means that she'll never know when she's going to get a reward, but she knows if she does it enough, she'll continuously get a reward, and it'll allow me to move away from the clicker system, and she'll then periodically reward her. The behavior will become very embedded and very resistant to extinction. Here. Good girl. Forward. Good girl. Good girl. The clicker system also allows you time to get a reward system. Irvin Pavlov showed us that, and also B.F. Skinner showed us that for a dog or any animal to make an association, you have to get a reward within 2 to 3 seconds for them to make a positive association with what you want them to do. And the clicker works as a notifier to let them know that you did the correct behavior, and you can take up to several minutes to get a reward because you've already made the association that that's what you want. That's the reason the clicker cuts down on your learning time by about 50%. Good girl. Okay, good girl. That's it. Just go play.